to Democracy X Innovation. We are back again with the English version after a really, really long time ago. But today we got our special guest again. With me is Kun Putri Pat and our newly intern from Indonesia. Yeah. Sawadee So, do you mind tell us your name and briefly about yourself?
Let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, my name is Putri Citra Pratama. You can call me Putri, and I am from Indonesia as an internship student in KPI. Thank you.
Yep. So this episode we put it in English because maybe we feel like getting to know more about our intern and politics from Indonesia in comparison with Bangkok and Thailand.
And we took the chance that we can have an English podcast again after like several months.
Yeah.
That we haven't done it.
Been a long time.
Right. So, how do you like Thailand so far?
Actually, I think that Indonesia and Thailand has a lot of similar things. It's not that different. But when I came to Thailand, I saw a lot of, temple. And for me, it is very good, very nice. Even though maybe I am not tourist in here, I am an internship student in here. But when I saw Thailand and when I come to Thailand, for me, everyone and places and then the situation in Thailand is very good for me. Yeah, I'm not really see a lot of differences in Indonesia and Thailand. And also I am from Yogyakarta. Yogyakarta is one of the city in Indonesia, and the culture, the building, same in Thailand, especially in Bangkok, because there's a lot of temples. So yeah, historical places. I really like it.
What about people? Do we look similar?
People in Thailand and Indonesia, for me, is not that different. We are different. Maybe it's just because our country. But when I came to look the physically, it's not that different. So yeah, it's nice for me.
So what do you study back like now?
I'm still undergraduate student. I am a student of Islamic University of Indonesia, or in Indonesia it is Universitas Islam Indonesia, and I am a student of International Relations Department.
Wow. So like what do you usually study for like IR?
First of all, I believe that a lot of international relations students always learning about theory in international relations, and then after that in negotiation aspect and in study abroad and making article journal. Basically international relations student always do the things like that.
It's interesting though to know because I study IR but from Thailand, and it's kind of like how different educational system have their own way of teaching, because even in Thai different university have different style and different context of teaching in IR. So to understand like in what other country they teach is like a little bit fascinating, I would say, because like each have their own agenda.
Maybe for me it is the same, like to learn negotiation and then theory in
theory is like foundation, the basics, so that is a must, a requirement. But negotiation, I'm not quite sure if my school teach that. More like diplomatic, not really a diplomatic one even. Well, we do have like basic diplomatic 101 and thing, but it's not really that deep into negotiating.
Because when I talk with another international relations student from another country, maybe they always like Model United Nations, something like that. So
UN
Model United Nations.
UN. I forgot, like they have their own like shorthand term of calling UN MAN or something.
UN MAN. And I met a lot of people, especially when I'm in Bali International Model United Nations. I also met my friends from Thailand, and maybe it's
like a really, really practical, isn't it?
Yep. It's practical.
I mean, we do have, but not really to the point of like having a course and thinking.
Okay.
More like academic stuff, I would say.
Yep.
But yeah, we do have TU model and some other, I think EU. They took internship and activity as well when I was in school back then.
So you say that her like curriculum is more like useful?
No, probably more practical, I would say.
Yeah, more practical.
Yeah. But maybe it's because different. I choose my minor is like in governance, so it's a little bit more like theory and thing too.
Yeah, maybe when I, start to learn more about what is international relations, I learn more too about the other country. Yeah, especially political situations and
Yeah.
also culture,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
something like that. So yeah, it's nice for me to learn something new, especially from another country.
Yeah.
So that's why I am glad to be here in Thailand.
Aw.
It is part of me being an international relations student,
Yeah.
I guess.
You also have a course in international relation as well.
Yeah, I did some of the
One-
IPE, just one module. I studied IPE when I was in the UK studying master.
International political economy.
International political economy. So it's
Yeah.
like I didn't know anything. Like back then, it was like 2007 and 2018. I have no interest in international affairs. So it's like I got no like data. I got no information about like what's going on in the world. I can't remember what was going on in 2018, but they were talking about multinational corporation, something,
Yep, right.
and I really have no idea, and everybody seems like, they discuss, there's like, well, what do you think? Like this guy saying, oh, I think the US should be more, like with the EU, something in the relations. And when the lecturer said like, what do you guys think about these topics? And people were like raising their hands and he was like, no, I want new people. Like you guys like answers many times. Like Ice, what do you think? Like, and they were like, Ice, what do you think? And I was like, what was the question again?
You have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. I got no idea about anything. I just have a little bit interest in international relations. Not more than like a year ago when the energy crisis, and the Russian war begins, like that. At that time, I was like started to follow the news online, and that's that. I have no skill in international relations because I studied political theory. I think which is maybe boring for both of you. Like talking about not a human language thing. Like
Political philosophy.
It's like
theory.
something like that. It's like talking different language. But we're sticking into English and Thai. But what are you talking about? We got no clue, no idea.
Yeah, our concept and our lens of seeing the world are quite different when we talk.
Yeah. So I think it's good, and I think it's very very useful for international relation field nowadays, because like if you want to understand the world, you gotta have enough information about what's going on in the world, and
agree with that.
And you cannot really understand the political context inside your country if you don't know what's going on in the world that can affect the country. Does that make sense? But Thailand is quite isolated. Not really isolated, but not really the stakes holder. But we are, but not that much. Not like if you're in some country in the EU and then they're having wars and our communities. Let's say you were talking about the EU and United Nations, some sort of but we also have the connection with the communities too. It's called ASEAN. Right?
What I feel about this field, the IR field that we are in, it have their own good point, as you mentioned. However, like from expanding my field, working with you, the political theory, philosophy, and like Thai context more, I begin to realize like study in IR, it's actually like your lens of viewing the world is actually on the bigger picture, in which it in some point it make you ignorant because like you tend to forget or you tend to like left out the context within one country, the political culture and the society within, because that's how we build, that's what we were teaching for 4 years, isn't it? So at some point, sometimes I don't quite understand the thing that happened on the micro level, because the way we were shaped, we would tend to look at more the macro,
Bigger.
Global
on the
scale.
global level, and that is like one of the, I'm not gonna say downfall, but one of the disadvantage that might occur with the student from IR field. Yeah, because we were shaped that way.
Yeah.
And we did not even realize it until we start talking to other people from different fields.
Yeah.
of study.
A lot of perspective.
Yeah. Because really, I when I was studying, even after I graduate, I never actually focused on Thai politics at all. And I wouldn't be if I were not in this position at this workplace. I wouldn't be considering Thai politics at all.
You see like Thai political academics, like started to arguing and comment about what's going on in the world. Like they have no clue, they have no knowledge about any context of the world. You know? And they would stick it into like democratization in one countries, and they started to talk about like Russia is undemocratic and what they did was wrong. It was definitely wrong, but it's more than that. It's not only like someone's authoritarian, someone's dictatorship, and then like destroying some other country, and we have to protect the weak. That's. I was really afraid that I'm gonna be that guy, so I'm gonna start it to receive more information about the things I don't know. That's like, life is good to be learning. So tell us more about your country.
So basically, when we're talking about Indonesia, I believe there are a lot of diversities in Indonesia. Maybe majority of us talking about religion, majority of us is a Muslim, but when we are going to talk more about the other diversities, it is a lot of ethnics, a lot of things that we have to understand about the diversity itself. But back again, Indonesia for me is a nice country, and the political is not maybe it's not that good. I don't know, because every country has their own problem, right?
Yeah.
Because Thailand and Indonesia is a country who has democracy to the country, right? And it's not that different because our political situations and political issues is the same for me. And if we are talking more about Indonesia, I believe that I have to be youth for the Indonesia itself. So I can give more to my country. So that's all.
Contribute more.
Yeah. Because when we are talking about Indonesia, it is too large and too general. I mean, we have to make it more specific.
So let me ask you a very KPI questions.
Okay.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you like to give your country a democratic score?
Wow. 1 to 10?
10 is the highest.
Yeah, 10 is the highest.
For Indonesia or?
For Indonesia.
For Indonesia.
Yeah, like for your country.
Right now, maybe I will give 7. It's based on my own opinion, right?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, when I was younger, I see that a lot of people are happy and they can, talk everything they want to talk, or maybe they can criticize the political situations. But right now, some people are not be able to talk about politics. Even though maybe the government say that, you have a freedom to talk, but I see that a lot of people are not be able to talk about what is the situations for right now, or something like that. So I will give 7 maybe.
Pretty high though.
Pretty high. Yeah, that's very interesting. What do you see Thailand? You are here in Thailand for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. And if the Thailand as you have seen, like for 2 weeks, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how would you give the Thailand the democratic score?
Actually, I have no idea about the score because I'm not into the government itself. Okay, so when I saw a lot about Thailand, or when I been here for 2 weeks, I saw that people in here, we are talking about the general aspects, people in here are so first nice, and when we are talking about the democracy itself, I saw that such as KPI, it is an organization who try to improve, the principle of democracy or analyze a lot of things about democracy. So I believe from the KPI itself, government in here try to improve their democracy. And try to improve the maybe index or number of democracy. So it's good for me, and it's good for me to learn more about what is democracy in Thailand itself. Because if we are trying to compare the democracy in Indonesia and in Thailand, I guess maybe there are some differences, but not that different.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because Indonesia has a president and Thailand has
different. Different system.
Yep.
But we do have peace index. You know that, right?
I believe when we are talking about democracy, it is no perfect democracy, right? But the only thing that we can learn is democracy is needed to be improved and needed to be known by a lot of people in their country. So it's nice for me. It's nice to learn in KPI, to learn more about Thailand's democracy and something like that.
We hope that we can give you that. Okay. As a woman, you know, like in a very religious city. In Indonesia, you know, like, do you feel that you should have more like rights or exercise more about yourself?
So we are talking about gender?
Oh yeah, anything that you want to add.
Actually, I like to talk about gender, and for me, there are a lot of rights that women is not received. You know, maybe people trying to figure it out what it is, but. From the smaller things, like we don't have a choice to choose something that we want to choose, such as that cultural aspect, patriarchy or something. In Indonesia, it is very, very cultural things, and I, as a woman in Indonesia, for me, it is what it's called. I believe that women in Indonesia has a lot of rights, but the government cannot provide it. So
So legally you do, but you know, like culturally.
Maybe the government in Indonesia try to fix the problem by making a constitution or to fixing the constitution. Like in Indonesia, it is Undang-Undang Dasar or something like law, legal or regulations. But people, because of the cultural, is not that implemented the legal itself. So maybe it's just because the cultural aspect. So we as a woman has no choice to improve ourselves. Maybe like that.
But what we were talking before about Bali.
Okay.
Right, like, and you said like Bali is less like religious intense.
Yep.
Like a traveling place. Tourist kind of.
But it's still in Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of more like relaxed.
Relax, because most of people in Bali is in tourism aspect, right? They have a lot of tourists from another country, from another culture, from West culture. So when people came to Bali, they will also think that they are in freedom, maybe. They can choose to wear anything they want to wear, or they can do anything they want to do. So it is more relaxed for me. But Bali is nice because, same as I said before, Bali is one of the historical places, and they has a lot of cultural too, like temple and also something like that. It is important for us to learn more about Bali, maybe, if we are talking about freedom.
Okay. What do you expect from being an intern at KPI? And what do you want to, like, you want to get more from?
Yep. To be honest, when I went to Thailand and when I got my internship program in KPI, I am so glad that I am here, that I'm here to, learn more about what is democracy. Because, as I said before, in international relations department in Indonesia, most of them are talking about democracy, theory, negotiation, and also because of Thailand and Indonesia has a lot of similarity. So I don't think that there are problems for me to be here. And when I came to KPI, I believe it will boost my lessons to, I learn more from KPI when I try to make an article, when I try to hear about what is democracy, or when I hear about the other lessons from the lecture. For me, it is nice. And I believe that it will give me a lot of experiences, not only in maybe Indonesia, but also when I study abroad. yeah, for me it will give me a lot of change.
Right.
So not only about what will I get, but what should I give to the KPI itself. For me, it is important. That's all. Because when I'm here, I believe it will give me a lot of benefits for myself and for my university. But yeah, the only thing that I have to provide is just what will I give to KPI. I hope that I can be better, or I hope that I can do my best for everything in here. Thank you so much.
So you have read like KPI's articles and research?
Not too much, but yeah, I try to, before Carl told me that KPI has website, something like that. And the only thing that makes me happy, or KPI is not that talking much about gender, and I try to write the gender article. So yeah,
because like it was a surprise for me that you said that you read KPI's research and article to write your own.
Maybe not that too much because it is in Thai words, right? But when I saw the website, it can be changed to an English, but also only the title of the article. So.
Yeah. Wow, so we go international.
Yep.
So I'm very excited, very proud. Like our friend in our ASEAN communities can get benefits from our
website.
Website and research. Yep. That's good. And as I said, like if you have anything you wanna share as an articles, or blog, like you can send to us. We do the journal, academic journal.
Yep.
We also accept the English version. So
okay.
you wanna publish. I've heard that you have a YouTube channel, right? So if you wanna say something about them here in the podcast, maybe some of our listeners could follow you.
Actually, I have a YouTube channel, but it's talking about the makeup and skincare and tips, beauty hacks, or something like that. If you guys are interested, just come to my YouTube channel, Putri Citra Pratama.
Oh, so it's your name?
Yeah, it's my name. And that's all,
like
maybe.
Putri, P-U-T-R-I.
Okay,
P-U-T-R-I. Okay, it's like search on your YouTube, like Putri Citra Pratama. Okay, that's good. Like also we have her summary of our last time public lectures.
Yep.
Like two public lectures, right?
Okay.
Like one from the
CPI index.
And the other one on the environmental governance.
Yep.
Something already have been published on our
website.
Thank you.
And you wanna follow and see her works. I hope that you enjoy your time here, both in KPI, both at KPI and in Thailand in general. So I think that's it for today. We have our special episode in English.
Okay.
Talking about you, and then maybe in the future, in the next few months, if there's anything you want to talk to us, you can also be with us in the podcast, online, Zoom or anything. So I think that's it for today, and we'll see you again later. Bye.
Bye. See you guys.